Shall we talk about winning Club of the Year at the Ballon d'Or? I mean, great and everything. 38 years in the making, but it means toffee if they don't go on and win the league, does
it? Absolutely, Caroline. The thing is, it's a magnificent award for Arsenal to have, and I think off of the back of obviously the Champions League win, I think that they probably deserve that. It was going into it, I was really quite nervous about them in that game, as anybody would have been.
I thought you'd say about the Ballon d'Or.
No, not the Ballon d'Or. But them winning it, I think that performance against Barcelona was a fantastic performance. So it's brilliant to see them get it. It's brilliant to see them get it. They look amazing up there. Look at them.
For this Arsenal side, though, it is that great one-off game, going and winning the Champions League, tick. But to be consistently consistent, she said this week they need to be.
They do. I think even the one-off, in the end, the final is a one-off game, but to get there is an incredible achievement. To win the Champions League, they deserved the awards that they were, and the nominations, not just the team award, but the nominations they had as well. The number of players they had up for that is because so many players had that great year. And if we're going to be cynical about the Ballon d'Or, sometimes there's an element of we don't always actually get to see the teams and the players who contribute throughout the year around the world get the recognition. I feel like the number of Arsenal players there, that was...
Caldentey should have won it?
I think she was a deserved name in the mix. I think Bonmati's an incredible player, and she also had a great season in Barcelona and with her country as well. So there was a lot of... That's what we want in the women's game. We want there to be debate. Yeah. I think it's great we can sit here and say Bonmati won it again, but Caldentey was in the mix. Russo also getting third. I think all these things are now starting to be a thing that... they're just good for the game because we're able to have great debates.
Or in the top 10 for Arsenal as well. There's a team that should be winning the title then.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
But just quickly on that, obviously, saw Aitana Bonmati, she put out a post, explaining why she believes, okay, this is why I was big moments in big games. But if we're going to talk about Mariona Caldentey, who I believe should have won it, in the season she had, come to the WSL Player of the Season, brilliant, obviously, contribution to the Champions League. Brilliant contribution in the Euros. Even if that was the case in Bonmati, she didn't even have as good a season as Pateas.
No.
So again, what's happening is, I believe, with the voting system, is that they're not seeing the comparison between a goalkeeper in Brazil or in Spain, or not even in Spain, but America, and then here they're not covering the spectrum properly, because for them to go for her, it really is a poor decision, because she definitely should have won it, Mario.
She's top of everything.
Again, it really is quite sad, because now she's got to look at one. She's got the other two. She's got to look at one feeling that her name's not on that one. So I remember Pavel Nedved said the same about Thierry. I see it. When I see it, I see Thierry Henry. We know how great Bonmati is, but Mariona should have got that, and it's a shame that it worked out like that.
Yeah, Thierry bang average in present day, though, right? For Caldentey, so it's how she plays with this team. If you look at Alessia Russo, again in the top 3 for Ballon d'Or. But last week we saw her against Manchester United, playing in the 10, back in the 9, we think, today, which is her best position.
Hopefully,
right?
Caroline, simply because everything she's done and everything she's achieved is because of the number 9. Playing at that number 9, you know what I mean, Rachel? And then seeing her last week playing in the 10 with Stina up top, I thought it was a poor decision from Renee, simply because Man United dropped back and we didn't have the space for Stina to run into. And Stina, that's what she does. She runs to space. We saw it in the Champions League final. We see it so many times. And I thought that was a poor decision in respect of her playing in the 10 when you've got Mariona could play there, Kim Little could play there, even Frida Maanum. So I'm glad to see her back up the top, where she does her best work, Caroline.
Yeah.